what a crowd. Oh my God. Thank you all so much for coming. So many No, we're not going to cry for the cameras this time. We're going to be cool. We're going to be cool. We're going to do this. So many amazing faces. Thank you all so much for coming. Your support every day leads us and pushes us forward. It means so much to me. So thank you, thank you, thank you. I can't begin to express how happy I am and how excited I am. We are E-5, so woo! And like a good new Democrat, we are going to fight right till the very end with your support. Thank you. So I'm super excited to introduce the new MLA for Transcona, another amazing woman who won a by-election in the last 6 months, just like me. So welcome, Shannon Corbett.
Hi, folks. I will make one correction. No. Oh, no, that's... Oh, no. Oh, dear. I thought the chanting was done. I will correct you. It hasn't even been 6 weeks. So, yes, and so I appreciate all the support. And I appreciate everyone coming out here tonight for Leila. Let's face it, Leila's really the only candidate who will represent Transcona, Elmwood to the best of her ability and fight for what people need, and she's always out there advocating. Leila is born and raised Transcona. Still lives there, and I think she might be the only candidate who still lives there. So, yeah, there's a lot to be said for that. Because she knows our community well, and she serves our community well. I know that firsthand experience. I also know about Leila's tenacity, because when I was vice principal at Transcona Collegiate, we had new picnic benches that were not painted. And it was the middle of summer, and Leila did everything to coordinate with me and was so accommodating when she was working with the biz to make sure that every last detail was taken care of. So she's organized, she knows what the community needs, and she's willing to do what she needs to get the job done. And let's face it, the NDP were about healthcare, affordable housing, and leaving no person behind. So join me in congratulating Leila on this amazing journey, and all the best. And let's E-5.
Thank you so much, Shannon. I really appreciate it. All the kind words. I really am from this community, and will continue to fight for this community every day moving forward, because I know how important it is to everybody here. So thank you so much for supporting me. I feel extremely privileged to have walked this journey and met this amazing person who not only is a huge labor supporter and just such an amazing person who fights the great fight for everybody. So, ladies and gentlemen, the president of the CLC, Bea Bruske.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Leila. And don't we have an amazing candidate? She has been working so hard. You know, not only is she working hard during this campaign, she knocked on every single door at least 8 times last year already. And so we know that when Leila got to Ottawa, she was a strong voice, and she will continue to be a strong voice for this community. We know that we need strong voices in this particular community at Parliament Hill for workers in this community. You know, I don't know about you, but have we seen the CPC candidate? Have we seen? No. Have we seen him answer a question? No. Have we seen him at a debate? No. Is he going to be a strong voice in Ottawa for the people of this riding? No. No. We need strong people who are going to stand up for workers and for everyday people in Parliament. And we need Leila Dance. And we know that in Elmwood, Transcona, it's a blue-orange fight. And orange is who owns this particular riding, let's be honest. You know, we need to make sure that we work very hard to return our MPs back to Ottawa and to increase that size. And that means Nikki Ashton here, that means Leila Gazan, and a whole bunch of the other candidates that are standing around me. They're going to be working very, very hard to make sure that we have things like healthcare, like affordable housing, like good supports for jobs, because we know that that is front and center of people's minds. I've had the privilege of door knocking with Mary Shortle in St. John's, Newfoundland, and Lisa Marie Barron all the way on Vancouver Island. And I hear the same things from the people at the doors. We are worried about Trump. We are worried about the divisiveness in our society. And we know that Polyev is only going to make it more divisive. We don't want that in our communities. They are worried about health care, and they know that the NDP stands for all of these things. And I'm so proud that this is the party of workers, by workers, for workers. So let's make sure we get our running shoes dusted off one more time. I'm sure they don't need to be dusted off. And let's make sure that we return all of our awesome MPs, wrong election, and bring back many more. Leila! 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 And now, my friends, it is my absolute honor and privilege to introduce the leader of our party. I can tell you that he is one of the most genuine and humble people I have ever met in my life. And you know, when I talk about Jagmeet, I think about the achievements that the NDP has made with 25 MPs in the House just over the last number of years. We're talking from a worker perspective, federal anti-scab legislation, my friends. We're talking a national pharmacare plan. We're talking a dental plan. A school nutrition plan. A Sustainable Jobs Act. And so much more work to do. It's been so impressive with what Jagmeet and 25 MPs have been able to do in this last session. And we need to make sure that we can keep building on those things. So let's give a really warm Winnipeg welcome to our leader, Jagmeet Singh.
You can call me whatever you want because you're fabulous.
So nice to see you. Thanks for being here. Thank you, everybody. How y'all feeling? Wow, thank you for that big Winnipeg welcome. Give it up to the incredible speakers we just heard from. Make some noise. So friends, we know that we're up against some challenging times. We got a lot of worry, a lot of anxiety, a lot of fear. Donald Trump has just reiterated his attacks against our country again. But we got a message. We will never be the 51st state. Not now, not ever. Never. You know, for people that are worried right now, they're thinking like, what's going to happen to my job. They're worried about the cost of living, which is already so high. They're worried about it going up. And they're looking at the other parties and saying, well, what's their solutions? Well, Pierre Poilievre's plan, he's been echoing Trump-like slogans. He's proposing cutting the services that we need. I was in Parliament. He voted against dental care. He voted against farmer care. He voted against workers' rights again and again. His plan is to cut the things that you need, to cut health care, to cut services. He thinks you're better off on your own. And we know that's not how we get through a difficult time. Canadians know, people on the prairie know, we get through a difficult time by looking out for one another, by lifting each other up, by taking care of one another. That's what we do. So that's Pierre Poilievre's plan, and more Canadians are looking at that and saying, you know what? Cutting health care in this time of uncertainty, cutting services in this time, that's the wrong idea. They're saying no. More and more Canadians are rejecting Pierre Poilievre and the Conservatives, and I'm proud to see that. And then people are looking at Mark Carney, and when they take a closer look, they're starting to see things that worry them. You know, as people look at Mark Carney and we're dealing with a housing crisis, they realize, wait a second, he was a chair of a company that profited off the housing crisis. You know, when people are worried about health care, it's one of the most important things. We know in Manitoba, people care deeply about our health care here. And they look at his plan, and he has confirmed $28 billion in cuts. He said very clearly that's cuts to the operating budget. He's defined that and said that includes health care transfers, transfers to individuals. Is that a good idea? No. To cut health care and supports that people need in this difficult time? No. He went even further. On Monday, he said, actually, I'm going to exceed those cuts. I'm going to go beyond those cuts. Banker speak for saying he's going to cut even deeper, even more painful. We know that Ottawa works best when one party doesn't have all the power. We know that Ottawa works best when there's strong New Democrats there fighting for you. Now, NDP, 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 NDP. You know there's a lot of folks that would want us to just be quiet, not complain, stay to the side, give up. That's never going to happen. We're never going to back up. We're never going to back down. We're never going to give up. We're always going to fight for people. Every single thing that Canadians are proud of, every single thing that Canadians are proud of in this country, when we say proudly we're never going to be the 51st state, are things New Democrats fought for and won for people. But it wasn't just New Democrats. It was because Canadians voted for New Democrats. It's because Canadians used their power to send us to Ottawa that Tommy Douglas was able to bring in universal public health care. It was because New Democrats were given the trust of Canadians that we brought in pensions, old age security, employment insurance, all the social programs we're proud of were because people put their trust in us and we fought for and delivered it. And because you here in Winnipeg sent New Democrats, you here in Manitoba sent New Democrats to Ottawa, just 25 of us, with this incredible team, with Leah Gazan, with Nikki Ashton, with Leila Dance, with New Democrats, but even Daniel Blakey at the time. You sent New Democrats to Ottawa, and we delivered the biggest expansion of our health care in a generation. We delivered dental care and pharmacare for millions of Canadians. And I want to tell you what that means, what that looks like. That looks like Sue, who I met in Ottawa, a senior living on a fixed income, who invited me to be with her when she went to the dentist for the first time in God knows how long, because she got the dental card. I was with her in the office, and she shared a story with me, the dentist, that She's on a fixed income, she's a senior, and she's a cancer survivor. She beat her cancer, but the treatment meant she lost her teeth. And so she didn't have very many teeth left. And she had a picture, though, with her. Sue had a picture of her smile, and she asked the dentist, can I get my smile back? And the dentist said, yes, this program's going to cover it. You're going to get your smile back. And I remember her. And I remember her breaking down in tears of joy, saying, I'm going to get my dignity back. That's who we fought for. We fought for Sue and millions of people like her. I'm going to tell you the story of this young boy I met, actually just when I became leader, 2017. 10-year-old boy was with his dad, and they met me back when Center Block was still open. We had a meeting, and he said, I'm a type 1 diabetes patient. I got this incurable disease. I got to take medication and injections. And if I don't do this, if I don't take these medications, if I don't do this, I know I might die. I'm like a 10-year-old kid talking about dying so casually. I said, well, what's that like for you? He's like, oh, no, don't worry. I got this. He was so confident. He's like, I got this. I'm okay. But I am worried about one thing. I'm like, what is it? He's like, I'm worried about being a burden to my parents. I'm worried about how much my medication costs them. Like, it's a 10-year-old kid, worried that he was a burden. I looked him in the eyes. I promised him, I'm going to fight like hell to make sure you never feel like a burden again. I might have not said hell, though, because he was a little kid. Maybe I said, I'm going to fight for sure. I'm going to fight to make sure you never feel like a burden again. Promise made, promise delivered. Promise delivered. 3 provinces have signed up. Millions of Canadians are going to get free diabetes medication and devices because you put your trust in us, and we fought for and delivered this. Manitoba is one of those provinces that signed up, BC and PEI. The first province to sign up was Manitoba. That's right. So you know what you get when you get New Democrats. We fight to deliver for people. Now, if Mark Carney has all the power, do you think he's going to remember everyday working people? No. You think he's going to remember that little boy that needs to make sure that he gets his diabetes medication covered? No. When liberals have all the power, we've seen this story before, they forget people, they forget everyday folks, and they only serve the interests of those at the very top. So we've got an important job here. We're not going to shut up. We're not going to back down. We're going to fight every single day of this campaign to remind people you deserve someone who's going to fight for you. And we got to... NDP. And there's a lot more that we need to do. So we're going to use the power that you give us. If you re-elect these incredible MPs, you send New Democrats to Ottawa, here's what we're going to do. We're going to defend our public universal healthcare system against any cuts brought in by Mark Carney and the Liberals. We're going to expand pharmacare so it's truly universal and public for everybody, for all medication. We're going to take on corporate grocery stores by bringing in a price cap on food essentials. We're going to bring in national rent control to take on those corporate landlords. And while we're at it, we're going to ban corporations, large corporate landlords, from buying up affordable homes so people have a fighting chance at buying their first home. We're going to expand EI, make sure it covers more workers, and so it covers enough of your salary so you can keep a roof over your head and food on the table. We're going to build homes that people can actually afford to live in. My friends, we know one thing. We know this from the labor movement, and big shout outs to the labor that's here today. We are a labor party, and we're proud of it. We know one thing from the labor movement. In these difficult times, the only way we win is if we fight. If we fight, we win. 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 And we gotta fight, because there's 5 days left, so I need you all to dig deep for these last 5 days. I need you to, are you ready to dig deep? I need you to knock on every single door. Make those phone calls. Get out and find every single vote. And make sure they know we're going to be there to fight for you. We're never going to back down. We're never going to back off. We're always going to be there for you. Are you ready to do this? Are you ready to do this? Let's go. 5 more days. Let's give people some hope. Let's make some noise for New Democrats fighting for people. Thank you so much. Appreciate you all. You're amazing. Love you all. Thank you. Thank you. You're amazing. Thank you. Thank you so much. NDP. NDP. Are you ready? We're going to jump together. We're going to jump together when the chorus hits. Keep it going. Keep it going. Are you ready? So I'm going to ask, are you ready? You say we ready. Are you ready? Are you ready? Are you ready? Are you ready? Yes. Okay, get warmed up. Get warmed up. We're going to jump together for the cameras. We're going to let them know New Democrats are strong. We are proud. We're ready to fight. We're not backing down for nothing. You ready? Here we go. Here we go. Get ready. Hands up. Hands up. 1, 2, 3. We ready. Yeah, I got Leila jumping. Woo! Thank you so much. You're amazing.